Hello guys. Okay, we are meeting again. Now, Entrance app Axiom Tech Guru are going to demonstrate us how the entire min stack development is going to do actually in software developments. Now, we already aware that min stack consists the Angular, Express.js, Node.js, and MongoDB. And with the help of these entire min tech stack developments, how the production of softwares is going to happen or is going to perform, that is going to demonstrate by the Rishabh. So Rishabh, it's all up to you. Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So I will share my screen.
Please.
So in previous session, we have seen the presentation about the Angular, actually about the main stack and what are the dependency of the main stack. And we are trying to create a simple concept how we can connect Node.js, MongoDB, Express, and Angular. So we have an example like we will get all this information from the server, which this data is stored on the MongoDB, and we will also create a post request to the server. So in previous session, we have created the Node.js. We are starting from the Node.js project. So we have created the Node.js and we created it by the command npm init. It asks us the few questions. We can leave it as a default, and we install the package with the one command, and the command was npm install and the name of this package, that bodyparser.env express mongodb and node-mod. After that, we also create this app.js file, and inside that we import the express package. We initialize that package and we created the model for the database. So this is the basic model we have created in previous session. And then we also created the simple get request to check this whether it's running listening on local server or not. We have created the listener here. You can see app.listen with we have listening this all this project on 5000 port, and we have created the post request. So here is the post request. We have created instance of that model, and we define this request here. And after this request saved to the database, then we will getting the response back. And if there is an error, we have created the catch function. So after posting the user to the server or the database, we also want to get all the user from that server. So I have created here the get request. So it's simple app.get, and I've given the parameter of for the URL, path for the URL, slash get user, and I have created this second parameter is a asynchronous function. So it have again the two parameter, request and response, and its arrow function. And inside that I have try and catch method. So it will try to get all the user from the database through the server. So this is asynchronous function. So I have given the await here. So user data dot find is a method to get all the data from the MongoDB. So it will await. So it will wait till I get the data from the database, and then it will send the response. If it is failed, then it will go to the catch method. It will console.log all the errors. So this is the simple get request. So we have not make the connection to the MongoDB. In previous session, we have created the account in the MongoDB. We have signed in the MongoDB, and then we created the project node main, and then we build a cluster. So after building the cluster, we have to get the connection to this MongoDB. So here is the button connect. We will click the connect here. And after connecting, it will ask how you want to connect. You want to connect to the Mongo shell or MongoDB Compass. We want to connect to our application, to our Node.js application. So we'll simply select this option. So after selecting this option, here we get the URL of that. So we have to create a password first, I believe. So not getting the email password. No worries. So we will. So that's how you can create a cluster, and it will ask a password. So now it's not giving me the password option. So I will get the URL of a previous project. So this is the basic idea how you can create a connection. So this is the previous project. So I have the URL saved in my previous Node.js project. So this is the URL you will get. You have to copy this URL. I will paste it here for now. So to connect to the MongoDB, we have imported the package Mongoose, and we just have to call that package. So here I will write a comment, connect to DB, and I will call this package Mongoose dot. And here is the connect function. Inside this function, we have to pass the URL of which we will get while building a cluster. So this is the URL. I will copy this URL. I will paste in the double quotes, and then I want to promise. So I will write then method. So inside this then method, I will create a simple arrow function which will say connected to database. So inside this arrow function, I will write console.log and just connected to DB. And if there is error, I want catch method. It will take error. And it will return in console.log error. So I will create a arrow function here again. I will give a parameter error, and then I will do console.log. Console.log will be in message, and it will be the error. So that's how we connect to the MongoDB. So we will check it is connected or not while starting the server again. So I will save this file. Let's see in the terminal. So you can see it's showing me connect to the DB, but it's also showing me the error. So I have not put the parameters like this new user URL password and all. So in connect, if I hover over the connect function, it's taking the URL and also the option how we want to connect to the database. So what I will do, I will simply copy this object to give the parameter. I will go here, I will put comma, and I will paste here. And inside the second error, you can see I have again another here, use unfeed topology equals to true. I will copy this again, and inside this object I will put a comma, I will paste here. I will save this. So you can see now the error is gone and we have successfully connected to the database. So now the thing is we have to check this post request and this get request is actually working or not. So we will use the postman tool to check this. So here in my postman, I have the URL here, and inside the body, I'm just sending the some example which I've taken from the fake API side. So I want to check post request. So I will select post. I will hit the send. So now you can see there is an error. So why this error is giving us? So we will see what's the error. So we have installed the package dependency package in our Node.js project with the name of body parser. So what does that body parser do? It's pass the incoming request to the bodies in a middleware. So we have to import that body parser, and we have to initialize that. So how we can do that? So inside this, we have imported the body parser here. You can see, and it just we have used the middleware app.use and body parser. So we will go. Cannot post get user. So we'll check the code again. Listening on 5000. We will go to the postman. So here was the error. I am using the path is the get request, not the post request, and I am posting on the path post request. So now if I hit a send, you can see I'm getting response back with the ID and email ID. So it's actually saved in my database. So now we will check the get request. So we will do the get method, and instead of post path, we will use get path, get user. We will send. So it's error. We will see what's the parameter for the get request. So it's actually get users. So I will correct it. So you can see my get request and post request is working successfully. So now I can post the user and also get the user. So that's how I have set up all the uh, node project here. So there I try to keep it simple. There are another method we can use router, like we can, instead of messing all this app.js file, we can clean it up by using route. But I want to keep it simple to clear the concept how we can do. In further session, maybe we will create a whole mean stack app, and we will deploy it on the server, and we also like to share the link of that app. But now for the simplicity reason, we just keep those things simple here. And that's how I created this project. So now all our Node.js project is set up. Now we want to do is, now we have to move the UI part of the this project. So here you can see I've created the new project with the Angular. So this is the Angular project which I've created here. So it's very simple. You have to install the Node.js from its original site, and then you have to install the Angular CLI, and then you have to create a project with the command ng-new and the name of the project. So here the name of the project is Angular main demo. So inside this project, you can see I get the node module and all this package here. So we will see what this package mean actually in short. So here we get a source folder. Here is the node module, which are the library we will require for the Angular project. Here is the configuration files. You can see like ts.config and ts.config.json. It's all the uh, TypeScript configuration file. Here is the package.json. It will give the information of the Angular project. And here is the angular.json. It's again the configuration file for our project and all. Inside the source folder, we will see uh, here is the app component. So inside the app component, we get the routing module.ts for it will help for the routing our component. Here is the CSS file of the component. Here is app.html file. Here is the testing file of the component. Here is the TypeScript file of that app component, and here is the module which will import in our app.js project. Asset is a folder where we can store the static file for the project, for the UI part. You can say, so here we can save the statics file, and here is the environment folder. So inside environment folder we have a config setting, or the storage, you may say, like we can store the environment variable here. And all here is the icon, favy icon. Index.html is the file here, and the main.ts is the starting point of our application. And polyfill is a script required for running the Angular in browser. Style.css is a global style we will apply. Here we can apply the global style for our project. And test.cs is a testing environment file. So now we will create a service to uh, to get all the information from the node project. So here is the command we can use, like ng. It will generate the service, g for generate, s for service, and I will name a service api request, just a simple. I will hit enter. So it will generate a service, and I will also clean the uh, app.component.html file. I don't want this default here, so I will go in down. I will delete all the above of this line. So from here, I will delete all this file. I will hit save, and you can see this API request service is generated. So here is this service. So now we need the module. Uh, we will need the form module, and we will need the HTTP client module. So to import a module, it's very easy. You will go to the app.module.ts. You will write a comma. You will write a form. So here is the form module. So it will, after hitting a enter, it automatically imported in this line. So for this I am using the package here. It will auto import everything. So here is the package auto import. By writing the name, it's automatically import everything for us. And we will also need the HTTP client module, so I will import that also. It's HTTP client module. So I have to do like this. For that I will write import from, the package is coming from Angular. So I will write Angular slash common slash HTTP, and from there I want to package HTTP client module. So I will import that client module here. So you can see HTTP client module. I will copy this. I will paste here. I will say. So now we have successfully imported all those package. Now we will go to the service which we have created. We will go to the constructor. We will write private here. I will write HTTP, and I will call the module HTTP client. So I will create a function to get the request. So the function name will be the get user. Get user, and this function will simply return me the HTTP this this dot so I need this URL for getting requests. Let's so I have to write all this inside the export class, API class. So now I can use this return http this dot http dot I want to get request, and get request I need this URL of the node project for getting the all the user. So I will paste this URL here. That's it. So that's simply how can you can create a great function here. I also want to create a post request, so I will give it name post user, create a function, and post request we have to pass a payload, so I will give a parameter data which will be the type of any, and inside this I will return http dot post, and here we want to take this post request URL. So post request URL path is post user. I will copy this URL. I will go to my Angular project. Here it is, and I will paste this URL and also the payload. So I will pass the data. So that's how you can create a service here. I will save this file. I will go to the, I will create new component, and command for that ng generate component, G for generate, C for component, and I will call this component user. Hit enter. So as my component is generated, all the boilerplate is set. So in my app.js, here is the user component. You can see inside this user component, I have to give the UI part. So I will copy with my uh, old project. So I will copy this form part for now. I will go to my Angular project. I will paste here. Hit save. So now let's see what's it's giving us the demo. So it's showing us compile error. We will see what is the error. So the error is yes. So I have copied this HTML, but I have not defined this function in this component. So I will copy this, and I will go to the user.ts, define this function on submit. It will take data. It will the type of any, and it will just give the console.log data for now. I will save. Now let's see. So now you can see it's compiled successfully. Let's see in our project. So it's not showing anything for now. Let's so this all is using bootstrap. So I also want a bootstrap CDN. So I will go to the bootstrap. W3, I will take a CDN from W3 school. I don't know, site is not working. W3 site is not working, so I will go to the official site. I will go to the docs and introduction, getting started, introduction. I will copy the starting template. So here I will get a CDN. I'm just looking from where I will get. So this link. So I will copy separately. I will go to my Angular project in my index.cs. I will paste this link, CSS link. Again, I will go to this project. I will copy this link, paste this script. Let's save this. So it's still not showing because I'm not given the route, I guess. So I will import that package here. And it will take another for component. And component is user. So here is the user component. I will hit save. So now you can see my form is appearing here. So now we have to give, if we go to the console.log, in the console, we will see we are getting information or not. So you can see I'm getting all the information from console.log because I have defined the method on submit and I just done done there the console.log. So in my user component.ts, you can see here. So now we have to import that service which we have created, API request.service. We will import that service. So here import, we want API, we'll give from, can directly input, I guess, because we have installed the package auto import. So I will write private API. I will give the API. You can see here it will automatically import that package. So I will cut this line, save it. Now I want that function. So I will write API here, API dot. You can see I have created the in my service get user and the post user. So after submitting the form, I want to use a post request method. So post request, it is taking the parameter which is data. I will write here data, and I will write dot. I want to subscribe that post request, and I will create a function here with the result parameter. I will give the arrow function. I have console.log. I want just done posting data. So that's how we can post the request. We will hit save. We will check it's posting or not. So for posting the data, I will just take an example. For email, I will copy this email. Name, I will copy the name. I will put the name here. I will copy the last name, and I will also copy the avatar URL. So now for now we are copying the URL. In the next project, we will see how we can upload the image here. So I will hit submit. So you can see now it's getting the error that it's not connected, it's not have course policy, because in our node project we have not initialized the course, but we have installed the course package here. So what is course? The course is a node.js package for providing a connect express middleware. So we have to initialize that course package. So to initialize that course, we have to import that course package we have downloaded. So it's very simple. We can use const, we can give course, and we can use require here, and inside that we will say course. I guess we have not downloaded that package. We will see in the package.json. Here is body parser.env, express, MongoDB, and Node.js. But we have not installed the course package. So now what we will do, we will create another terminal, and we will install that package with npm install course. So it will install this package. So after install, we can use to enable the course with a various option. So you can see it's installed now. So we will go to the app.js. So you can see now it's installed, and now we have to use the middleware. So you can use that package with app.use. Whenever you see use, you can consider it as a middleware. So middleware is a function that have access to the response and request object. So I will use this, and I will initialize that course. I will hit save. Now we will check again, is it is working or not. So now you can see it's done. Now we'll go and check in our database. So we'll go to the collection. So here is the user data means we have created. So now you can see this package is uploading successfully. Now we want a get request. It's very simple. To show all the data, what we will do, we will go to the HTML part. After this, I want to show all the get request data. So I will copy this from the existing project. I will paste it here. So, and in my component, user component, on initializing, uh, I want uh, I want to get all those information from the server. So how we can do? We can use the method just like API dot get user, and it will just get the user dot subscribe. Subscribe will have another arrow function with the data. We can give the arrow function here, and what we will do, we will create a variable. with the user will type of any, that's it. And we want this data to store in our local variable user. So how we can do that? We will use user, this dot user equals to data, that's it. And this users, we'll write users, I will hit save. And this user, I want to, I will map all this user here. So instead of, I will write here users, control D. While doing control D, it will select the word which are present in the your DOM. So you can see control D is the shortcut, and I will write here user, and that's it. I will save this. So it's compiled successfully. We'll go to the project. We will see, that's how we can getting all the user from the our node.js project, and that's how we can post all the, we can post the user, specific user to a database, and we can also get the request from the database. So that's a simple concept we use here in the mean stack. In the further session, we will try to create a complete application. We will also try to deploy it on the server, and we will also share the link on the with you. So if there's suggestion regarding any explanation, you can comment down below, or also you can guys ask the question here. So I will try to answer it. So
Yeah,
that's it, so from my
yeah.
side.
Thank you, Rishabh. It's very valuable, and everybody will be understanding this as well. Thank you, guys.